Do you think that turning points can change your life? Have you come across any turning point in your life which really made you do something out of the world, one of a kind?
Hi, this is Mahesh Kathiravan. I am a financial freedom mentor. I help people, I mentor people to be a financial literate and achieve financial freedom. Ever since I opened up about sharing my own financial journey, along with that, I shared my struggles, my failures, my learnings, my success. I went all these so many years. I always come to a one question, and I always come to a point where I ask myself this question: like I had my turning point where I took that decision to be an entrepreneur, to be a financial freedom mentor. What will be the turning points of the life of many people who I am serving for? And here's the book which finally got me the answer. And the book is Turning Point by A.P.J Abdul Kalam. And today being his 89th birthday, I would like to dedicate this book summary to this great man whom I have learned a lot of things, and he is a great inspiring figure for me, like Mahatma Gandhi. The very first book summary which I done was on October 2nd of Mahatma Gandhi, and this is again the great personality whom I really adore him, and I really stand by his principles, what he said. Now, there's one very important condition before you go to read this book, is that don't read from your perspective. Think, think and imagine you as an Abdul Kalam, you as a small individual Abdul Kalam, is any age. If you're reading at the age of 15, if you're reading at the age of 35, or if you're reading at an age of 65, no problem with that. But just imagine you are an Abdul Kalam at the age of so and so age, what your age is, and just read this book, because this book will give you the journey, what all struggles he has done, what all success he have got, what all failures he have got it, all you will be coming to know, and you can imagine his journey being sailing across to whole his life. So this book is around, I will tell you the book specification before going ahead. Now, this book is around 160 pages. The rest, 10-12 pages are appendix pages. And this book is done by this, I think, printed by HarperCollins. And HarperCollins Publishers India Limited. So if you can see, yeah, so HarperCollins. And this book as really is a sequel of Wings of Fire. So I just wanted to know who have all read Wings of Fire. Please type yes in the comment box so that we can know that you all people have read Wings of Fire. Because if you have read the Wings of Fire, you were already motivated and inspired. And this book is sequel to that. So you will already stay motivated, and this book will again give you that added steroid kind of motivations to you. And that will give you a wings to move ahead in your life. So this is the book, and I will be not going too deep into the book. I will just share you what are the details, because this is very important book. There are 14 chapters, and literally he has nailed down his whole journey in this particular book. And every point is very important, my dear friend. The journey, if you really like Abdul Kalam, if you really write Abdul Kalam, then you should imagine this kind of situation, how he has gone through it. Okay, now I will I will just share you one or two chapters which I really liked it most. The very first chapter is with the title only you will make it, When I Can Sing a Song for India. Can you imagine? It's such a chapter of a book when it comes of you, your mother nation, your pride as an Indian gets flattered, and you're getting motivated to read this book. And what he said, in a small chapter, keep learning, keep loving nature and care for its blessings. Then you can see divinity all over. See, it was actually 24 July 2007 when he was going to retire. That was the last day of it. And he was just meeting all the people, all the everything fraternity, everything it escaped. Now, he had one event which really changed his mind. He had a lot of letters. You can imagine, you can know how many letters were going to that Rashtrapati Bhavan. And some of the letters were very touching, some of the letters were very emotional, and he used to personally look after each of. But that is very impossible because India is such a big country, and having one president and having staff of say 5 to 10 people also is very difficult to read all the letters. But still, he was able to read some of the letters, and that was his turning point because he had connected with the children of this country, and that's where it's motivated him a lot. So this is very important perspective. This first chapter is very, so that is why he lastly said that here is an event that lightened his horizon, brought a smile to his lips, taught him lessons, and engaged him with a love of countrymen. He wanted to be always with the countrymen. He wanted to always be there with the small children. Now, this is the first chapter, and I would like to go on the third chapter. That was the 7 turning points of my life. Now, this is a very important chapter because you became what he said that you became the captain of the problem, defeat the problem, and succeed. What we feel as an individual, we always feel that financial problem is the major problem. We can't solve it. But can you think that you had the problem, your financial problem with the ship, and you're captain of the ship, and you know you have to steer the ship against the waves of financial problems like debt or personal loan or fire, anything might come into your life, pandemic or anything, a job loss. But still, you're steering your ship of financial problem, and you're just moving ahead. The ship will give you. You are defeating the problem, and you're succeeding. So you need to understand this. And like I said, he loves teaching and research. And the very first turning point which came in his life was in 1961 when when he was a senior scientific assistant at the Aeronautical Development Establishment, ADA in short form, and he was the chief designer of a hovercraft. So just imagine 1961, India is developing a hovercraft. That's such a big moment as a countryman, as an Indian nationality. And he was introduced by the director of ADA, Mr. Gopinath Medvedta. He brought a visitor, and he was a tall man and beard man, and he asked a lot of questions about hovercraft, a lot of technical questions. And Abdul Kalam himself got very surprised how this person is asking so many questions. And more or less, after some time, he was called on the Indian Committee for Space Research, which is known as later ISARO. And there, that person was Professor M.G.K. Menon. He was the director of Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. And he, along with Professor Vikram Sarabhai, who was the chairman of ICSR, and along with Saraf, there's a director secretary of ACE, Atomic Energy Commission. They all were standing on the interview board and were asking the questions to Abdul Kalam. Now, here's a very important point. We sometimes feel that due to lack of education, we can't move ahead. The person, Vikram Sarabhai, did not probe in existing knowledge and skills. Rather than his questions for the exploration of the possibilities. So that's the mind. So he's testing the mind of Abdul Kalam, how far he can go when he's given a task. And now the result you have seen. You have seen a lot of tests have been done in particular with respect to ISRO. And still it is going on. The good work is still going on. So this is very important, and this really changed my life also, my perspective when I see as a financial problem in my life when I was in a debt of 7 lakh. So that time I felt that the world has come to an end because I lost my job. I was done for a debt of 5 to 7 lakh, and then suddenly, what should I tell to my wife? What should I tell to my family? What should I tell to myself? Am I doing my justice? I am doing something? No. That's where this book came into. I read this book again and again, and I think I read around 5 to 6 times. And when I read this book, I again got motivated and got charged up and got some idea where I started to reducing the debt. And way back in 2018, I became debt free and I became financial freedom. So this is very important, and I will not go to second, third, fourth turning point. This was very important. Nuclear test which was conducted in 1998. Now there's a very interesting story which Abdul Kalam, Dr. Abdul Kalam is sharing. See, right, in May 1996 the elections was going on, and there the then Prime Minister was P.V. Narasimhan Rao, and he told him that I'll be going to Tirupati, to seek my God's blessing, and you till that you do all the testings and let be ready for our nuclear test. Now, what has happened? Suddenly, what he has anticipated, it was going wrong. 96 elections was quite different what he had anticipated, and Congress tally came to sharply to 136 seats. So the BJP alliance came into power, and Devagowda, Vajpayee came in before that. Third friend H.D. Devagowda was the as a prime minister was there for a short period of time. Now, what has happened when Vajpayee again came into power? He called him as a race course along with PV outgoing, and there's a handholding. Is there? Yeah, we have handholding in office, small offices. Then we should imagine country is a big country, and when the prime minister is going, he need to offload everything to him also, right? So this is very important thing. You can see what we feel as an citizen. We feel that they don't have any work to do, but they have a lot of work to do. We need to understand from that perspective. And when he was all done, I will not go into details about that, but that's a very interesting story. You have to feel that, like I said, you have to read it, because if I put it in all summaries, you will not able to feel that essence of that book. So after all these discussions, what he have done, he got a question from Vajpayee: why don't you join the cabinet? Now, this is a turning point, my dear friends. You have to realize that we also have come across this turning point in in our life, in our job, in any part of our journey. He called back to his friends, his scientist friends, and asked him, scientist, what should I do? Should I go with the nuclear test? Should I stay with this ISRO? Or I should go to cabinet and move to into elections and some political career? They said, why should you go? You're already there. You have already done that. Just stay back, and we will complete this task. And once we will go, that we will move ahead in the scientific research. Next day, Dr. A.P.J Abdul Kalam gave that answer to Vajpayee. Said, I wanted to serve my countrymen, and I wanted to be contributing more to the nation. Please permit me to continue. These are the words which he had literally said. These words you can find out in this book also. And that's what triggered Vajpayee. And Vajpayee said that, okay, I appreciate your feelings. Go ahead. God bless you. And rest is history. So I will just end this book summary just by the poem which he has written by Dr. A.P.J Abdul Kalam. I will just read out about the courage. Courage to think different, courage to invent, courage to travel on an unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible, courage to compact the problems and succeed are the unique abilities of a youth. As a youth of my nation, I will work with courage to achieve the success in all the missions. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. So my friends, I came to end of this book summary. I would sincerely request my dear friends, please buy this book, because this book will really change your future. Nowadays we are hearing a lot of job losses are due to the pandemic, and this recording on 15th of October, 11 o'clock in the night. I am recording this video. So I really want you all to be energetic, very motivated, because there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And this man is the example of this. He has done that. He has proved that world what he can do. His love for his countrymen, his love for his science, his love for his research, his love for his teaching. Let's learn from him, my dear friends. And I am not saying that you read book now. You just buy this book right now. There's offers going on in Amazon and Flipkart. You can just check out that. I will share the links of affiliated links on my uh, description. You can just go it. The affiliated links will give me commission. Let me remind you, but it is not that you are paying extra to that book. It's the same rate which you are getting when you go to directly to the website. Also, there is no problem with that. Is that the company is giving me the extra money for something for the book you buy. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you. And please, if you think that this book has really changed your future, please do like and subscribe my YouTube channel for all again the updates you will get, and I will be seeing you in the next video summary. This is Mahesh Kathiravan. I am financial freedom mentor, mentoring people to be financial literate and achieve financial freedom, and I am on a mission to help 1 lakh people. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay blessed, and happy Kalam birthday.